Okay, so we have textured our character and our prop in Substance, and we now want to be ready to go to Unreal. At this moment, I have my robot, which was my object to be textured in Substance. I have all the parts. This is my main file, the low-res file. That file, actually, this one this is my original file, so I'm going to correct those UVs there that I wanted to improve. Let me try to get here, mesh display, something harder edges, so that makes it a little bit easier. If I need to smooth, I would need to do it more. Now we are going to, first, of course, take this and scale it up to the actual size. My plan with this exercise is to combine this robot as if it was my prop, and I'm going to combine it with my creature. So considering this to be my prop, I'm going to scale it up. I already made the calculation that I needed to do, but in order to know exactly, or to compare it to the actual scale, I'm going to bring in my scale reference file, which gives me the connection to the actual world. So I'm going to here do something that is create a reference. A reference is a way to bring files into other files without actually importing them. That way I can remove it here, or I can do it through the reference editor. And when I launch that window, you simply say File, Create Reference, or I can click on the little plus sign here, and that adds a reference to my file. My computer is being a bit slow, so the window is not popping up. Hopefully it'll come up soon. There it is, so just taking a bit longer than expected to get the pop-up. But here I'm in my project, and I'm going to bring that reference file. Let me try to say scale reference model, I think it is. So I'm going to say open. And well, you can see first that there is a mismatch in frame rate, but not a big deal. I'm not going to animate. But I here have in my reference window appears the object that I just brought in, the scene that I brought in as a reference. And you can see that all of them come with a little diamond. What that means is I could animate or move those objects. I could create a sequence with them. The original file still connected to it, and I can remove it easily. More importantly, I can when I remove it, I will remove that come with it, including shaders, including rigs, including whatever else that I have in that file. So this file reference object is giving me of my characters. So I'm going to now bring up. You see my reference scale is a lot bigger. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go and scale up my group, and I'm going to go and position it to the scale. I'm going to type up the value. In my case was 9.28, I think was the value that I decided to scale it up to, so that it can match my creature. Of course, this file has all the main shaders already connected to it, and you want to maintain those shaders. And equally, we're going to do the same process to our creature. So I'm going to my reference window, and I'm going to just hide this guy for a moment. So I already have my robot, the actual scale, and case I can actually reference like Now, let me open it up again here. I'm going to reference, um, create a reference of my creature object. Hopefully it pops up in a second. There it is. I have my Dino model right here. I have several ones that I've been working with, but the one that I have is this one, which is a my model that I actually, I'm not sure if that's the one. Let me see. You can see here is very, very tiny, the post version of my character. And you can see that it's still low res, it's still jagged, and it has keys and eyeballs, all as references right now. So I have them in my file there. And this one I'm going to, before I scale them up, I'm going to verify that they have received, see if I can get my shade on. So here I verify that my creature, I had cleaned up all of its that the shaders that he had, and I created for my creature a Lambert for the body, and a Lambert for the eyeball, and a Lambert for the teeth. And additionally, I made sure, of course, the name of creature of the name of the name creature, in this case, the dino, in my case, object. And I'm going to scale it up. So let me actually, before I scale it up, I'm going to my reference editor. I'm going to click on my, change the name here. I'm going to say just simply Dino, the name. So it's a shorter name, so I don't have to be renaming. And I'm going to go right click on it. I'm going to say reference, file, import objects from reference. That way everything will come with it. Now the reference is gone. This model is part of that reference. To smooth his body, I don't think the teeth need to be smooth anymore. I think that they're fine at the amount of smooth that they have already. So I'm going to smooth his body because of course I don't need it to be that jagged. So I'm gonna say smooth. If you already smooth yours to the level that need to be, don't need to smooth anymore. Just make sure that you look at it in mode 1. And I'm gonna delete history on that object. I'm going to grab them all. If it's already posed, I'm going to, and of course all of them have their own shaders of the parts. I'm going to combine all those parts in one. And I'm going to bring the pivot point to its bar, to the ground actually, there. And I'm going to bring the pivot point by pressing D on my keyboard, D as in dog, and I'm going to now scale him up so that he's going to fit my world. In this case, I know the scale I wanted for him is something like 40, which I wanted to be pretty big. So now I have him ready, and I just need to grab my robot, and I'm going to pose my robot somehow interacting with my creature. In your case, this again, my robot is replacing what you have for the prop. So I'm going to make sure that they are all aligned. They are both on the same space. And when I have that ready, of course, I'll be going out to Unreal. So let me just pause here for a second, and I'm going to open up the file where they are posed together. So give me just 1 second here.